Hello, hello, hello. Now it's more Queen, obviously. This is where we do this one. This is back in 1980, 5th of December. So two albums out that year: The Game and Flash Gordon, original soundtrack by Queen. There he is on the back there, Sam Jones. Can you? It's Flash Gordon. Flash. He's Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon. One of my favourite films of all time. It's just a coincidence that Queen did the soundtrack. Mike Hodges, interesting director. Mike Hodges also did Get Caught, which is another one of my favourite films of all time. But he also directed Morons from Outer Space too. But hey, Mel Smith's in it, so there is a benefit. That's the only benefit from it. Wow, I mean, Flash Gordon. What a great movie. No, just me then. It was just fantastic. It was fantastic movie. Love it so much. I very rarely buy these anymore, but because it's Flash Gordon, and it's got. Shall we? Did I unbox this one? I can't remember if I unboxed this one. It's got. Oh, that's the only reason I bought it. But yeah, this has got loads of stuff in it. It says, I can't, if I open it up, it's all going to fall out, and I don't want that to happen. It's even got a copy of the Flash Gordon soundtrack in there as well. Trust me. Look, you can see it there. There's all this junk in it. So, I shouldn't have opened it. But there's all this stuff you get with it, and comic books. It's got a comic book, and there's some postcards. Postcards. You can even buy a little Flash Gordon dolly. Look. How cool is that? I've got the Flash Gordon T-shirt upstairs. Of course, there's a collector's booklet, and you can even put the Flash on your little thing. I don't know if that's iron on. Yeah. And official story of the film, and a poster for your boudoir. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Flash Gordon. I just think it's a great film. Too much of a sucker for it. And so it happens that Queen, by sheer coincidence, happened to do the soundtrack to two of my favourite films. It's amazing, that, isn't it? What a coincidence. How did that happen? And this was their first one. Sorry I didn't show that up too well, but like I said, it would all fallen all over the place. But I just wanted to bring that in. It's got the soundtrack on CD, so I actually own two copies of the soundtrack. Oops. But soundtrack. It's 35 minutes, 11 minutes, seconds long. Original release 8th of December 1980. What can we say about Flash Gordon's soundtrack other than it is the soundtrack to Flash Gordon? But it is unique. How so, Dan? How is it unique? For they include snippets of the dialogue and sound effects and whatnot from the film. So when you put it on your record player or CD player or you stream it, when you listen to it, it's like listening to the movie but condensed into 35 minutes. This is funny because when I was a wee lad, one of the last things my errant father bought me before he left was a TV. It was a portable TV with a cassette recorder in it. And I used to record stuff off the TV, movies or whatnot, but didn't have a video, didn't have a VHS player recorder. So I used to record the audio, comedy shows and whatnot. I'd listen to them back, and so I remember getting this. I remember getting the tape of this on my birthday. I must have been about 14 or 15, probably 15. I got it for my 15th birthday because this was one of the later ones. It's one of the last things I got of theirs, and it reminded me of doing that, of recording stuff off the telly, movies and whatnot, and playing back just the audio because you get the dialogue and the sound effects and whatnot. Opens with the epic Flashes theme, which, hard to believe, was a hit single. It really was. Went to number 10 in the UK, number 1 in Austria. The Austrians. There you go. They loved it. Didn't do too well in America though, but everybody knows that now. Boom, 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 boom. It's like the Jaws theme, isn't it? But sped up. Boom, 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 boom. Da, da, da. And yeah, it's the band's first soundtrack. And boy, just with that opening song, they really make their mark. You know, from the strains of Ming the Merciless, you know, trying to destroy the planet, we go into the big lead song, and the band spread out. Everyone gets a bit. John Deacon's only represented by one song, funny enough, but the second track is In the Space Capsule, Love Theme by Roger Taylor, and I've always loved it. It's this kind of synthesizer tune, kind of lilting, but there's a bit where the drums come in, boom, 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 as the spaceship goes down the plug hole of the vortex, and I just love it. Football fight is great. That's a Mercury one. Yeah. Everyone's good. Deacon does execution of Flash. Flip it over. For me, the best bit, probably the best bit of the whole album actually, is Brian May's. It's kind of split. It's Flash to the Rescue, Volton's theme, and which is done by Mercury, and the battle theme. Bero's hit. I'm going in after him. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, impetuous boy. Ha ha ha. Who wants to live forever? Die. Sorry, just I can't help myself. I feel Brian Blessed enter into me. I just love it. I just think it's just so bonkers. It's brilliant. And then, like I say, we go even to the again. You listen to the record, and it's like watching the film. It fills me. It fills me with so much joy. I just finish listening to it again, and I just come away from it feeling so good, like I've watched the film. And I don't think there's any soundtrack that can do that. Up until you got the Crash Dive on Mingo City, and The Hero, which is a really good standalone track on its own. The band played it. Opens Milton Keynes' Bowl show with it, and it's good to see him play it live. I think it's one of the deep cuts that often gets forgotten, and I really like that one too. So yeah, I think Flash Gordon is one of the greatest soundtracks ever. Yeah. What else can I say about it? There's not a lot else I can say. What we'll do, because it is just so brilliant, I'm actually left for words, lost for words. It's I just, again, putting it on, just coming away from it like I've just walked out of the cinema again. That's how I feel when I listen to it. And like I say, it's very unusual. So let's have a look at the record. This is from that box set, the one that I'm milking. So very, very hard. Oh, the sound quality, which is something that's always kind of, not bugged me, but it's always kind of, it sounds like you're in the cinema. Like you're actually watching it in the cinema. It's got that kind of cinema sound to it. It's not like you're actually listening to the master tapes. It's almost like you're listening to a cinema mix of the tunes. They're not as crisp or as defined as it would be as if it was like the actual. Am I making sense? That's something that's always kind of not bothered me. It's kind of marked it out. But I would like to hear if they actually had the tapes, I'd like to hear a new mix of it, something where it's just, maybe without with all the background stuff in there, because maybe it's because they've done it because of the audio from the movie. But I'd like to hear it without that as well. So it's everything's nice and crisp. But am I being a bit picky, even though I really love it? No, I just want more. I'm greedy. So that's the inner bag you get. It tells you all the details you need, and the vinyl, you know what colour it's going to be. Yeah, it's yellow, obviously. And like I say, it sounds absolutely marvellous, apart from, like I say, that thing that's always bothered me. The interesting thing is when they reissued the albums in as double CD edition back in 2011, there was an EP with lots of extra bits, early versions. So you got the single of the Flash theme, the Hero revisited, which is quite interesting. Football Fight early version, Flash live at the Montreal Forum, and Hero live at the Montreal Forum. Adds a little bit of extra. Just thought I'd mention that because that's part of the bonus EP, which I thought was interesting. Maybe not interesting to you, but yeah, love it. And the next one is, oh God, I'm going to have to take my medicine. So I've had a lot of fun, and now I'm going to have to take my punishment. You know what's next, and I'm not looking forward to it. But anyway, I better do the thumbnail. Got to do the thumbnail. That should do it. That's a good one. That's a keeper, that is. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to the next one. But I've got to listen to it, and I got into every life a little rain must fall. So yeah, join me for the next one. Anyway, thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, not a lot I can do about it. Go and find somebody else that you enjoy more than me. But just don't tell me how much you didn't like it, all right? Because I don't care. Just wanted to say, and I forgot to mention this because this is really, really important, that the battle theme was used in the 80s video game, arcade game Vanguard. Just, I needed to mention that. Because I remember hearing that as a kid and going, like, double checking it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I don't know if it was ever like kind of authorised or unauthorised. You know what the 80s were like. Everyone could do what they wanted. But yeah, Vanguard. Look it up. It's a classic four-way shooter. Funny, if you had 4 buttons, you could fire in 4 different directions. It's on the SNK collection if you've got the Switch. Still got the music in it, which is great. So go and look that up. I just forgot. It just slipped my mind, so I thought I'd come back. Is that all right? I bet a lot of people have switched away now and have not seen this. So, yeah. Oh well. What can you do about it, eh? What can you do about it?